Good morning, Violas, and welcome to the fourth movement of the Janacek suite. Now, I know we started up to the first time bar last time, and now we're going to do the whole movement. And you get a glorious tune in the middle, which I've just discovered, which is rather fun. It goes pretty high. So I will play the first section that we've already done. I'll just play that through, rattle through. I believe in the sectional we got quite a speed up, so well done there. Then we'll just take it a little more gently up to the andante, and then you'll notice the andante is in a much slower time. That's because the first violins have got some pretty horrific stuff that is not lots of running quavers that don't really fit particularly. And you've got a rather glorious tune which we can enjoy, and it goes right up, so that will be fun. So if I'll play from the beginning, and I'll play up to the andante. No repeat. So, you've got, in the second half, you've got a very important part. Bar 44, coming nice and strong. I would ignore the piano. I'd be MP if I'm not MF, because you're answering the firsts. So I think a real kind of positive statement here. Then you can be light, but again, not too quiet, and just keep really little bows and just sort of bounce across the strings. And then I would go up into third position for this one. And then I nearly made a mistake here. After 56, 57, there's one beat rest. And I think because you're used to counting 2 bars at that point, maybe put a big circle around that because it nearly caught me out too. So from 56. And again, really kind of go for those accents because you're really punching through and answering, I think, the first at that point. And the poor seconds at this point are kind of chipping away endless crotchets. So if you've got just a few, thank your stars, because the poor seconds are going for it. Now these at 66, sorry. At 66, you are with the cellos and you are answering the first violins. So they have this very quiet theme that then increases in volume as you go through, and you answer them. So they give a little ta-ya-dum, and then you come in with your quiet phrase. So 66, it's quiet, but it needs to answer what the firsts, you're giving them a reply. So, and go away again. So you sort of bulge and then go away again. Then a little more. Then even more. Then even more. And then you can really let fly. That's nasty. I would shift up to a second finger on the A there. I wouldn't be too quiet because actually you sort of finish the whole thing with your F sharp resolving to the G. Sorry. And that kind of finishes the whole section. So I wouldn't be too quiet really. Okay, then we have this rather strange andante. It's like he needs a bit of respite from all that dashing around. And he puts this quirky little andante, and it's hard because he throws the rhythm. So it's in 3, but then he likes to sort of just throw it into 2 or just throw the beats. I guess it's quite Eastern European, this feel. So be very careful with your timings. Really feel the three. If you're counting 3 crotchets, it might really help. So I'll go nice and steady for you. From the andante, bar 100. And then we go into the presto. So I don't have my glasses on and I missed a major F sharp. Sorry about that. I'll go over it. But I think he really wants you to feel these sort of offbeat notes because he's put the accent. So really enjoy them. From the beginning of the andante, you've got this feel you're lilting in 3 and then suddenly he throws it off. So really be careful to place it. If anything, that second one that I did, the second accent in bar 109, was a little hurried, and I think it's really placing that. Da-ta. So you're sort of almost sitting down on the second beat, which feels odd, but if you do it, if you place it, it will work. And so he's got these sort of all the way through. And then I think you start to get the tune, and I think it really comes when you go up to that harmonic. So I would slide up 1, 2, 8. This is right up the D string, and then you're just there for the C natural. And now you can start to enjoy yourselves and start to sing. And this 1, 3, 7 is the start of your tune, and I think we want luscious violas here. Lots of vibrato. And lots of vibrato, and sing your hearts out. Take the P with a pinch of salt. And then he really wants you to come away to pianissimo there. It's quite extraordinary writing. I would take the pianissimo with a pinch of salt, because if you really disappear, we lose the melodic line. So crescendo up to that glorious B up there. I've just gone up on a 1 on that F sharp, provided you have F sharp in your heads before, not after, like I did. And then enjoy that B. It's just a nice 4th finger. And then come away on the 2nd finger G, and maybe not too much, because otherwise we'll have this and it's gone. So I think just do a quieter feel to it. And maybe place that last G. I'll put some spectacles, because it'd be nice to really end that. Again, I think maybe you end that with that G there, placed at the last beat. Then we have the resumption of the presto. And again, you can get stuck in, and there's not much to say. It's very similar to the beginning, and then you have a sort of coda at the end to state that we're really finished this time. So the presto. think open strings at the end are acceptable. I think let them ring with a nice flourish. So cut the dotted minim early, come around and do a nice sweeping flourish, so we finish with a kind of throw your bows in the air. Maybe not literally, if you've got expensive ones. If you've got a breakable one, you can do it. So yes, and a real big crescendo at 202. So we start nice quiet up here, and then really plough in and make as much noise as you can. And we don't really have much time. I'll just do the presto a little more slowly, just so that you can kind of play along and just feel like, okay, it's settling under the fingers. So that's the presto, and it would be lovely to let it fly. And then this odd little andante, I think if we can get the nature of it, it will make sense then when you put it all together, although it's still rather odd. But we can enjoy that. And I don't know if you noticed, there was a little protest from my viola in the middle of the andante because it's not being played, and suddenly it's being asked to play all this stuff, and I think it just sort of gave out on me there. So otherwise it's holding up. Anyway, look forward to seeing as many of you as possible on the sectionals on Thursday.